start with static variables in this video. Now let's have a look at the definition. A static variable is a variable that retains its value even after the scope in which it was declared is over. Alright, a static variable retains its value, its data value, even after the scope or the function in which it was declared is over. So let's understand this with an example. Suppose you have declared a function. Include the header file. Now define one function here, let's say fun function. Create one variable here. This is a normal variable, auto variable. Let's declare one static variable also. Alright. A is here a normal integer variable, whereas B is a static variable. Okay. Increment A by 1 and also B by 1. Then print their value. %d is used for printing the integer value. This is a format specifier. Print A and also B. Alright. Then say printf slash for a new line. Alright. Close this function and also write here main function. Int main. Now call this fun function here once and one more time. 2 times you are calling this fun function. So 2 times value for A will be printed and 2 times value for B will be printed. Now let's see what is going to be the output here. See, as you know, execution starts from main. When this fun function is called for the first time, control shifts here. A is initialized with 10 and B is initialized with value 20. B is a static variable. Alright. A++ means A is incremented to 11. B++ means B is incremented to 21. Then print the value for A and B. For A, 11 is printed. For B, 21 is printed. Alright. Now another time, after printing this, we come to a new line. And after this, execution stops for this main fun function. Control shifts back to the caller function. After this fun function has been again called, control shifts back to the fun function. Again A will be initialized to 10 as it was destroyed after the completion. But this static variable remained as it is. The value 21 remained in the memory for the variable B. So A is again initialized to 10, but the static variable is only initialized once. It was initialized to 20 earlier, then incremented 21. Now when this fun function is called again, B value is 21 in the memory. When this statement is executed, B++, value for B will be incremented by 1 from 21. It will become 22. But for A, it was initialized again with a value 10. Alright. So now for this, A is incremented by 1. So it is 11 now. 11 is printed for A, but for B, 22 is printed. So this is the output for this question. You must have understood the logic behind using a static variable and a normal auto variable. Alright. So static variable are very useful when you need to count how many times this fun function has been called or any function has been called. Generally it is used to count a function or a particular operation. Alright. Now let's have a look at the main points for a static variable. I can write it here. A static variable, if a static variable is declared outside the scope of all functions, it acts like acts like a global variable. And as you know, global variables are initialized to 0 by default. To 0 by default. Alright. Another point for this static variable is that in C language, as we are studying C languages concept, in C language a static variable must be initialized. Static variable must be initialized with a constant or a literal, a constant value, else it will give an error. We can see one example for this. Include the header file. Suppose you have defined one fun function here. Alright. This is going to return a value, say 10. Then you have created the driver program, the main function here. Take one static variable. Static variables are created just by using the keyword static before any variable. Suppose this is 10. Now you need to initialize this. In C you have to initialize it with a literal constant, but let's say we are initializing it using function value. Then print. You can print this value. Say x. See, here you are initializing this x, which is a static variable, with a function. So what will happen? This function call will go here. It will return 10. 10 is a constant, will be stored here. But this is not allowed in C. This will throw an error as this is not a constant. Alright. But in C++, this program runs fine. For C++, this will not give any error. But in C, this is illegal. You only have to initialize it with a literal constant, say 10, 20, 30, 40, like this. Already? Okay, so I hope you must have understood everything about static variables. Thank you so much.